Good evening, my name is Eduardo Marino Sid, and I'll be giving my presentation on Jordan Brand's legacy. As stated before in my previous paper and presentation, Jordan Brand is a sub-brand of Nike. Jordan Brand is a sub-brand of Nike, just like how Harley and Converse are. The Air Jordan shoes have always been part of the Nike family. In late 1997, Nike decided that the Jordan brand was so strong that it should become a sub-brand of Nike, and the new sub-brand became known as the Jordan brand. And Jordan Brand has become a success due to Michael Jordan and his great legacy. So throughout the paper, I'll be trying to discuss how has Jordan Brand has become so successful. So initially focused on creating basketball shoes, the company has since then expanded its offerings to produce a variety of ready-to-wear and leisure attire. As stated before, Jordan Brand is owned by Nike, which means that Nike manufactures all of Jordan Brand's products. Has been mostly known that Nike produces its products in China, though just like its major shoe competitor Adidas, Nike's main footwear producer is Vietnam. These two major sneaker giants are among the major footwear and clothing companies that have been steadily moving production out of China. As you can see in the graph that I provided, the production of from China to Vietnam has increased since the year 2007 to 2017. Though from the start, Jordan Brand's marketing strategy came to them since the NBA banned the initial shoe that Nike made with Jordan, the Air Jordan 1, since it lacked any white, the color white on him. It was mostly composed of black and red. Um, it was banned because of the rule 51%. As stated, it has a little bit of white instead of black and instead of a little bit of white. And Nike didn't have a problem paying the fine since it was free advertising. And shortly after the ban, Nike released a commercial which stated that the NBA can only ban the shoe in the game but not outside, which meant users could wear them anywhere. This ad became one of Nike's most successful campaigns since it's shown during prime television, and currently its main source of advertisement is through television commercials, social media channels, billboards, and Google ads. And the way that Jordan Brand has developed the price of their goods and services has been through Michael Jordan. Everything has basically been rolled around Michael Jordan. And when he played on and off the court, initially when they started the production of the Jordans, they started with the number 1, and currently they're on to number 33. So they made a shoe for each year he was playing. Though after he retired, most of popular shoes that are still worn are like his first couple, like from 1 through 14. Though like nowadays, people mainly don't wear the shoes for the performance; they mainly wear for styling. And Nike is aware of this, so they try to push the older models by having major collabs with famous celebrities, but they don't do that well. The older models, the first couple models do better, such as the Air Jordan 1, 3, and 11. And Nike and Jordan Brand take account of this through the sales that are not just if they sell out, but the after sales of where they sell, like in after selling markets such as eBay or reselling websites like StockX or Go. And although most of the shoes are sold through like footwear stores, Nike has its own retail store called Nike Town. So when buying the products online, the channel of distribution for Jordan can be described as direct distribution. It is direct distribution because the company sells the product directly to the consumer without any intermediates. Um, so yeah, so basically you go in and buy the shoe, but you could also buy the shoe in the aftermarket, which makes the shoe more desirable since it sells out, so you can't get a hold of it, which is great strategy by the brand, make the shoe more exclusive. Though it is now easier to buy than things than ever. We live in a time where everything is technology based, so it's much easier to shop. So you buy online, on the website, or in any aftermarket. And the supply chain for Air Jordans is first. They are made internationally in factories in places such as Vietnam, China, and Indonesia. Before the process of making the shoe begins, the company depends on independent contractors to find the source of raw materials needed to produce the shoes. They're made in the factories, and like once the shoes are made, they are shipped off to the 57 different distribution centers around the world. They're mainly sold everywhere around the world. After they are sent to these different centers. They are then sent to different retail stores, which will then be sold to customers. Mostly sold most popular in the United States, but also countries that's also desirable. So by having the excitement to wearing the same shoes as the basketball MVP, Jordan Brand is able to advertise his products. It makes it desirable because you just want to be like the athlete, just like anything. Mainly, they also have like other athletes wear the shoes, so make it more exclusively, and they also give their own players like exclusive colorways that no one has, so it makes the shoes like even more desirable. And also like finances at Nike are like no other. According to Nike's 2017 to 2018 fiscal year, the revenues increased 13% to 9.8 billion, up 8% on a currency neutral basis. Their growth margin increased 60 basis points to 44.7 percent, mostly from higher averaging sale prices and margin expansion in Nike was favorable. Their net income increased 13% to $1.1 billion due to the increase of digital sales, opening of new stores, and strong global revenue growth, as well as having more partnerships or collaborations with other famous athletes or social media fame.